I was about to make a TikTok video, but I was like, no, this video is definitely for YouTube. It's like, this is definitely for my channel only. Um, because it's so like, this is, I think I just had one of the best experiences of my life just now. And I'm not being like sarcastic or anything like that. Um, I feel like I've like been going through a whole shift in my life. It's been so uncomfortable, and it's been like really dark. And I'm I'm having this walk like I do every day, and with everything I've been feeling about people and the world, and with everything I've gone through, so fucking heavy. But when I tell you, this moment in time for me was like, and I didn't expect to have this kind of reaction, but this moment in time for me was very much like out of worldly, and it was only a short moment. So I'm on my walk and I'm thinking, and I'm like, being all depressive and all these things. Well, not depressive, but just reflective. And because we way past depressed. Like we've been kicking the shit. Okay, we some warriors up in here. But I'm doing all this thinking and processing and reflecting and crying and feeling my feelings. I'm doing what I do when I walk. And I was ending my walk, and before I go into the point, I want to put in front of it that lately other people's dogs have been like attracted to me. Like other people's dogs have been more. They've been like let's go this way when they see me, and so I'm attributing that to my vibration or whatever, right? Like babies and animals, that's common. Like people know that, right? But this specific incident was like the most powerful. And it really was like, it was very, very interesting. So I'm walking, and this Caucasian couple is walking their two dogs. They're like golden retrievers, which was like, that's like my favorite dog. I like always wanted one. I never got one. My dad was obsessed with Rottweilers. I always wanted that dog. And these golden retrievers that this Caucasian couple had were so beautiful. Like it was like they had like gold, but it almost was like like white hair. They were gorgeous. They were gorgeous. They were like, I'm walking and I'm like, in this mood, and I know my vibration's high, like, and I know the journey hurts, but like both of them, and this is what made it so powerful, because it's usually like when people are walking their dogs, it's like one of the dogs catches on first, and it's like slow, it's like gradual like attraction, and then sometimes one of the dogs may not be attracted, like it varies. But both of them, they started walking straight towards me, and I knew that this couple wanted to just like keep their walk going. Like I knew they, like I'm minding my business, they're minding theirs, and they also look like they don't really want to be bothered either, and so I'm like, I'm trying to walk, but the way that they started walking towards me, it was so like angelic. The sun is like out, so maybe it just made them more luminous. They felt like angels. And it felt like one of the biggest hugs I've ever gotten in my life. And I only like touched them for like a second. They both came right into my chest. Like they both wanted my attention. And I didn't have no choice but to bend down and be like, hey, like, you're so sweet. I turn around and I tell them they're so sweet. And it was only for like a second because the couple is like, no, like we still want to walk, like, you know. And I wanted to respect that, but you know, um, it was just powerful. It was like a hug. It was like a hug. I'm not being dramatic with this. I'm not like, and I wanted to, yeah. I gotta stop thinking of it as this. I need to think of this as like my personal documentation. Basically, that's really, and that's why I'm keeping it on YouTube. Um, but this was like one of the best moments that I've had this year, and it only lasted like 4 seconds. One of the best moments I've had within the last, God, 2, 3 years, and it just felt like a sign to just keep going. But it also started making me think, like, should I have been a vet? You know what I mean? Like, I never like thought about being a vet. And I think what makes this moment more powerful for me is I used to have a fear of dogs. One of the one of my family, like when we got our first dog, I got bit really badly. When we got our first Rottweiler, I got bit really badly in my back. I didn't think the teeth marks would actually go away. I think there's like a shadow of a scar or something, but it was a very bad incident. And it's like, even though I've had like this general fear of dogs and dog bites, I've owned my own pet, you know, since then. I've had, well, not all of our Rottweilers were bad. I actually really loved the last one that we had that passed away. That was my baby. So it's like that general fear of a dog bite, right, was there. And I felt like ever since like these dogs have been, I, like in a way attracted to me, I've been losing my fear of them. So I mean, like, some of them will still growl. I'm not saying like I'm the dog whisperer or anything like that, but some of them will still bark, some of them will still growl. But lately it's been very interesting because I haven't gotten like a dog bark at me in a very long time. I feel like, and I DoorDash a lot, and I'll get the dogs barking from inside, or like, of course, if they're not seeing me, they just know somebody's there. But my fear of dogs, like bigger dogs, had been, I want to say, curing itself, like through like having a higher vibration or trying to really, you know, be the best version of yourself. And the fear of it has really died down. I'm not saying like you could put any type of dog in front of me and I won't run or anything. Like, I mean, yeah, but I was very comfortable like receiving them, basically, is my point. And I've been getting more and more comfortable with dogs in general. I'm not saying I'm dog proof or anything like that, but I don't know why. Best moment from dogs, not from a best friend, not from a family member, not from a coworker, not from a love interest, you know, like, I felt like I belonged here. Which you can walk this walk and you can live in this world and not feel like you belong here. And you can go through things that people can bandwagon on that will make you feel like you no longer belong here. But when I tell you, like, best moment of my life, it was a very healing moment. It was a very healing moment. And the fact that they were the type of dog that I've always wanted was also just like, you know, like, it's more like an inner child, like cherry on top. So anyway, I'm done. I'm not gonna go there. But if you're watching this video, please let this serve as a hug for you, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, there will be like one thing that'll show you, one thing or one person that'll show you that you belong here and you matter.